Will we start with the big news? Will we start with Spider-Man? Or will we leave
Please,
that
let's
to the
do
end?
it.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
the first response of Spider-Man has come out, and here is what we've been told. So here are the reactions to the screening of Spider-Man: Brand New Day. The best fight scene in the MCU happens in this movie, which I think is a big claim.
That's a big claim.
Because
We've had Doomsday.
Wait,
what's it called? Endgame. We had the Endgame fight. So
Craig, we had the fight between Samuel Jackson and what's her face from Game of Thrones at the end of Secret Wars. How are we going to be able
first
to
of
top
all,
that?
that's fucking wrong, right? That's not who fought. Okay.
tell me you didn't see it. Tell me you
Yeah,
didn't see
exactly.
No, tell me your show was unmemorable.
Yeah,
that's how little.
Okay,
that
cool.
made
Let's
impact.
pick the worst thing they did. No, let's talk about it. Right, there's some great fight
Let's
scenes.
talk about Captain America versus Hulk.
Yeah.
Or Red Hulk, sorry. Let's talk
You
about
guys
that.
are the worst, man.
I had to
Why
vote. I was
we-
like, wait,
why we
Captain
ch- why
America
we
didn't
starting
fight
such a
Hulk,
negative
and
point,
I
man? Paul's
forgot
not
Brave New World happened.
Yeah. No, let's talk about Winter
Living-
Soldier. Let's talk about I'm trying to think some of the Civil War. There's some really good.
What would you
fight
say
scenes and
the
stuff.
best fight?
Infinity War fight was cool. With Thor.
Well, it
Thor
depends
coming
on how you're looking at it. Is you're going to are you saying fight scene in the sense of maybe like more grounded one on one, or are you talking scale?
Mono.
Kind of like obviously in terms of scale, your Infinity War and Endgame are the ones that
Yeah.
you're talking about.
We'll give you two. We'll give you mono a mono, and then
Mono
we'll
a
give
mono,
you,
right?
yeah.
Mono a mono. You go Civil War, Cap,
Yeah.
Winter Soldier, Iron Man.
That's a 2v1, but I'll give it to you.
But you get my point, though. It's more hand to hand, punchy. Whereas if you talk powers and stuff, or well, 1-on-1, Thanos versus Strange, Infinity War.
What about one of the Black Panther against Killmonger?
Yeah, that's a good fight. Like
That's
that
a good
as well.
fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what else. Spider-Man. Has Spider-Man had any good ones?
I
thought
quite
Vulture.
like Spider-Man versus Vulture.
Yeah.
I do really
Yeah.
like that fight.
Also,
that was a good fight.
the ending to No Way Home. The three of them, but that's just because of that's just like pure nostalgia for me. Like I see when I see that scene when they're running
That
off the
is up
scaffold, and
there.
I'm just like,
That
fuck
is
yeah,
really
childhood,
up
man.
there.
It's so good. But there's different ways that you can look at it, and there are so
yeah.
many good fights as well. And like the hallway fight in Guardians Volume 3 is fantastic.
Well, I mean, the fight at the end of are we counting Netflix Daredevil in this? Because the last
part of the
fight in
MCU.
season 3 between Daredevil, Fisk, and Bullseye, that's up there for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would say. But then, yeah,
Oh, by the way, have you seen, was that real? That picture, a wee picture got leaked to Bullseye in his new
there's
costume.
loads.
Oh.
Yeah, looks really good. Apparently, they're doing the white eyes, and people are like,
Yes.
DC, you can do it for Batman now. Look at how good that looks. Do it for Batman. So that'd be interesting for Brave and the Bold.
Interesting.
I've seen some interesting castings. We'll get to that. We'll stick to Spider-Man, but remind me to talk about the castings for Batman 2 and Batman Brave and the Bold.
Let's do it.
So
what else is in this leak? This Spider-Man leak?
Sadie Sink's character is the best character in the movie and one of the best characters in the multiverse saga. Are we still saying she's going
gotta be Jean Grey then. She's got to be, or she's
gotta be Jean Grey.
baby Spider-Man. She's the whatever. she's called. Mayday Parker. Yeah, she'll be one of those two. I
But
think.
that's bold, man. Bold when you consider who's
I
in this
think
film.
it's more likely she's Jean Grey.
Yeah, I think so.
Just because of the character she's played recently. I think she's going to be more towards that sort of like more outgoing Jean Grey. She's got more of the look for it as well. And I think if you're going to cast someone like Sadie Sink straight off the back of Stranger Things, you're going to want a bigger character for her to fill those boots, as opposed to a character that was introduced in an animated spin-off for the masses as a whole. I think everyone will know Jean Grey, or even have seen Jean Grey more than they know Mayday Parker. Makes sense to me.
Fair.
It has implications, though, doesn't it? Because if you're casting her as Jean Grey, and I imagine the point of this is they're going to then use her for the X-Men when they do the reboot.
Oh, fuck! Noah Schnapp's going to be Iceman! Bollocks!
Dustin's going to be Wolverine.
No, I'm going to be Wolverine. Let's
Could you imagine?
But what I'm saying, Andrew, what's my point is, like, if you're casting her as Jean Grey, then you're going to have to then have age appropriate for the rest of them. So you're going to have a Cyclops that's in that kind of mid to late 20s.
Well, that's what they're going to do.
So
They're going to cast actors like Finn Wolfhard, like Gaten Matarazzo for those characters. But no, people in that sort of age bracket, but they're still going to have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
No. Have you ever seen, I don't know if you guys have...
increasingly problematic.
I don't know if you've ever seen The Pitch, but there's an American guy, an influencer, or a YouTube influencer called Coy Jandreau, and his pitch for Wolverine is fucking awesome. He's like, introduce him in a TV series and do 4 seasons, but do them a season in like World War II, a season in the 60s, a season in the 80s, and then by the end of the 4 seasons, you're then used to me playing Wolverine. That when you get to the movie and it aligns timeline wise with what's going on in the, like, you're then like, oh, that's, and it allows you to do 2 or 3 X-Men movies where Wolverine's not involved, and you can focus on your Cyclops, your Jean Grey, your Iceman,
whoever. He wasn't supposed to be, like, he wasn't initially made as an X-Men. He was made as a
Hulk,
someone to fight Hulk.
Yep.
And then he was just made an X because we need a Canadian in it, and I think that's. I just love Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine's great.
I love him.
And that game's coming out in September. I can't fucking...
I know. I'm currently replaying Spider-Man 2,
play that.
The PlayStation Spider-Man 2. Paul wouldn't know, in anticipation, and I'm just like, it's not as good as the first one. It's nowhere near as good as the first one. I
like the second one.
Suit.
I like it.
It's okay, but it's repetitive.
I like the Venom stuff.
Back to Spider-Man.
I like the Venom
Best live-action Spider-Man movie and top 10 in the MCU.
Incorrect.
That's a bold claim.
Incorrect.
Bold
Sam Raimi's
claim.
Spider-Man 2 exists. I'm sorry. You can't say that.
It's bold, man. But to me, the thing is I'm going, like, you can take this kind of stuff with a pinch of salt, but it's all positive, and I'm going, like, even just say it, like, even if you don't say it's the best live action Spider-Man, top 10 in the MCU. We're going to re-rank the MCU, and I think you're going to realise how difficult it's going to be. As much as you guys like rag on it and say, oh, it's not the same. If you consider how many of the movies make a top 10, you're talking there's at least 20 of those movies that you could argue. Like, I think our lists are going to be so different when we redo it. I think it's going to be so different.
Re-ranking for Doomsday.
Here's a question.
Pitch. Yeah.
Here's a question for you.
Go on.
Where does Age of Ultron currently sit on your lists?
So there are about 40 films. The thing for me is I'm probably going to do a rewatch of it all in the lead up to Doomsday, just all the movies. I think there's a lot wrong with Ultron, but I think it gets a bad rap. I think it's actually a decent film.
Yeah.
I think it's decent.
I'm really excited for James Spader to come back as
Vision
Ultron
Quest.
for Vision Quest. I'm like, genuinely, when I saw it, he was like, Paul Bettany was like, oh, it's so great working with James Spader. I was like, oh, James Spader's coming back. Oh my god! I love how he plays Ultron. It's like he is beautiful in that otherwise okay film.
I think, but again, you say okay. There's moments in that film.
I know there's a really good film.
That the moment with Vision where he lifts Mjolnir. I lost my shit in the cinema watching that and stuff. And there's like so many, like the Tony stuff, and there's stuff within that film that people are now kind of equating to Doom, which would be really cool if they kind of wove that in. I know you might be stretching and stuff, but for the sounds of it, Kevin Feige wanted Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom for years, so like I think this is what I'm saying. That's why I'm quite glad we're re-ranking it, because I think it's I think you're going to find some like
I think I've only seen it
gems.
Once or twice.
Really?
I don't think I've seen it more than twice.
Oh, no,
I've possibly once. I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen Ultron.
Every time there's like an Avengers movie, I always do like a full rewatch. I'll go, I'm going to rewatch Infinity War, and before I can hit play, I'm like, might as well just watch it all. I'll just fight Iron Man, get it on. The movie has great needle drops. Love hearing that, because that's some of my favourite stuff about Into the Spider-Verse, like that. the stuff where Miles like discovers that he is Spider-Man and jumps off the building, the music drop on, that's absolutely amazing. The movie was hilarious. It scored a 9.5 out of 10, but they didn't like the ending. Now, it's the only negative thing that was
That's
really
interesting.
said. That could be taken in many different ways, because to me, I don't know about you guys, but if a movie's got a wonderful opening and it's a really good middle and the end sucks, that kind of ruins the movie for me. I would rather have a boring opening and an okay middle, but then the ending's great, because you leave the film going, oh, that actually ended really, really cool. That ended really, really well. There are theories that it ends on a cliffhanger, which to me,
and that's what the issue is.
To me,
that's interesting.
That I can understand why people would have a negative thought towards that.
I mean, if that's the case, it's kind of silly, because Spider-Man was involved in the last cliffhanger that the MCU had, and that was arguably one of the best endings to a movie that the MCU has achieved. So if it's that sort of case, grow up, people. If it's like, if it's a letdown, that's going to be, it'll be disappointing, because we've waited so long for this. Andrew's waited so long for this. We want it to be satisfying. I think if I can see it being something in the case of the ending for Spider-Man is rushed, and then the actual end of the film is setting up a multiverse. Oh, there he is.
It's always somewhere.
I reckon it's going to like rush through Peter's emotional endpoint for the film, and then we get a really rushed in for that last ending. Here's what's going to happen next week on Marvel, and it's going to be an X-Men reveal.
Who knows? But I'm taking 9.5 out of 10 every day, all day, and twice on Sundays. Like
who was it that who got on the draft? Was it Paul?
No.
Was it you that got on the draft?
Hi. My first pick?
Yes, it was. Dick.
I'm happy.
For Mooney's sake, I hope it's shit.
No, I don't care. No, could not care less. But like, no. I want it to be 100. I don't care if it gets 50 points. I want it to be 100. It won't be, but I would love it to be.